Hello and welcome to Stephen Tries Less, everybody's favourite channel. That's too loud, isn't it? Come on, we're in a small apartment building here. Neighbours either side, be considerate. It's a f***ing second channel as well. Get a life. Today's video, it's a little bit left field, a little bit out there. Basically, I was on Skype to Jackmate the other day, giving him some podcast help, a few segment ideas, and he was telling me about the guests he's got coming up. And I was like, ugh, celebrities, not for me, thanks. You know, I've met quite a few in my time. I went on to explain and probably categorise them into sort of 5 rows. And then it got me thinking, you know what, I'm going to make a video out of this. Yes, it's a bit out there. Hey up, it's a sorry. Hello? Oh, God. Yeah. Okay, bye. Just had some devastating news that I'm sure we're all aware of now. Jackmate stole my video idea. You know what? That's not going to stop us. That is not going to stop this train. Choo choo. On to the next stop. Where is it? Great Contentville. Hey, I'm Stephen. How many celebrities have you met? Loads, yeah? About 22 to be precise. I'm not counting YouTubers. They are not celebrities. Not my words, but the words of a very rude Costa employee who doesn't know about a complimentary drink. Oh, you're not a celebrity. I'm verified on Twitter, thanks. Doesn't count for anything. Well, why are you talking in that voice? It's really annoying, you stupid tit. The 5 tiers are this. I had more than 5 tiers in that day. The bottom one is bog off mate, you. Oh, that hasn't come out well, but it's bog off mate. Next one is wow, underwhelming. Oof. Scolding. Third, classic human. You know what? They just exist, yeah? Whatevs. The 4th, very nice. Oh, you'll do for me. And that is the sort of best praise I can give a celebrity or a person in life. So first person I'm gonna do is Kevin Bridges. Met him twice. First time I chased after him as he went to a train station. A little bit weird from me. You know, if I was in his position, I would have gone, excuse me, guard, can you punt this fucking big-eared twat away from me, please? And then the second time I met him, just finished a gig at the Comedy Store in London. Absolutely stormed the place. No, I stormed off stage, to be fair. No one's going to heckle me. We just sat around a table chatting. He was very nice, very humble. In you go, Kev. Well done. Don't meet your heroes, why not? Yeah. Next up, Bugsy Malone. This was after KSI versus Logan, and then there was an after party. He pulled up outside in a sweet ride. In my drunken state, I walked over. I was talking to him. Nice guy, very nice guy. I touched his car as well. He did say, "Get your greasy paws off it." So you know, as I've said, very nice. Yeah. Number 3, Felipe Coutinho. Ooh, the Barcelona star, yeah. My brother-in-law won an experience where you get to go to watch Liverpool train and then you can meet some of the players. Real cute smile, liked him. He's going in very nice. That's mainly for his cute smile. Coutinho. Someone's probably going to timestamp that with a laughing face. But also on that day, I met Raheem Sterling before he sold out and moved to Man City to miss tap-ins. Not bitter. He signed my shirt. So you can go for classic human for that, Raheem. And maybe I could have sold that shirt if it wasn't for Jay Spearing signing it as well. Number 5, it's Xabi Alonso. Again, this was a planned meeting, it was for EXO. A little bit inexperienced to be meeting such a big guy like that. I was overwhelmed by how sexy he was, can't lie. He was lovely to me though, very nice. Just a stunning man, yeah. God. Next up is Little Mix. This was when we were rehearsing for the tour. In the other room was Little Mix, and one of the days they were in the sort of cafeteria area. Me, Max and Will were stood just on the edge of the cafeteria area, and I bottled it, you know. Jade from Little Mix, who's had my eye for a while. I let myself down, and now she's dating one half of Rizzle Kicks, who I love actually. So, you know what, power to them. It was meant to be. That I didn't woo her. So, classic human. It was classic. Eating lunch in a cafeteria is classic humans. So next up is Johnny Vegas. What? Stephen, you're from St Helens and you met a bloke from St Helens? Yeah. And what? Weirdly enough, it wasn't in St Helens when I spoke to him. It was in Media City. The first time I met Johnny Vegas, I say met, we were driving through a part of St Helens. He was on the left-hand side with 2 women, older women, and he had 2 pies in each hand. That's not how he was holding the women. I went, Johnny, hi! Of course, he didn't hear me because the window was up, and my sister mocked me ever since. So Johnny, very nice as well. God, a lot of very nice people here. Let's find a bastard. Alex Horne, the creator of Taskmaster. You know, if you're watching Alex, please get me on the show, because I'm fed up of YouTube. I'll do anything. I'll seriously do anything. He walked into the changing rooms during the final of the So You Think You're Funny. I think he was performing at the festival as well. I was there for 5 minutes. Oh, why am I pretending I was one of them? I think he got changed. I may be making this up. I remember him taking his pants off. Very nice. Yeah, very nice. And this very nice list is getting a little bit heavy. I need some underwhelming people. Okay, speaking of which, Peter Kay. As a young northern boy who loved comedy, Peter Kay was very much the top of my comedians list. You know, reciting his material, shouting garlic bread. And then I met him when I was graduating from university on a course that he promoted and never turned back. But he was there for the graduation. I thought he was going to hand out the certificates and the hats for the course that he had promoted. But no, he was just there to get his honorary degree. Underwhelming, he was just there for himself. Not cool, PK. Not cool. Jason Manford. He did come on the comedy course, not to learn. He came in every year actually for a day to speak to the students, and also he watched some of the stand-up in first year. And I was one of the people that got selected to perform a bit. And he was like, yeah, the material's good. But the main thing he said was, smile whilst you're performing. That was true, because I used to perform it and not smile because I didn't want people to think I was cocky going, this is funny. He was nice. He wasn't very nice though. He was nice. Next up is John Bishop. I think he was one of the first big comedians I met when I was performing. So I was doing the open spot and he turned up to try out some new material. You know, for me it was, I've got to do the best 5 minutes of my life. For him it was like, let's see if this gets a giggle. So he came into the green room, if you will. The other comedians there were like, oh John, you're great. Can you get me to write on your next show? Pathetic. He was out there doing his open spot and someone was filming him, so he came back in with that person's phone. Just a little bit of banter, I guess. I'm sure he gave it back. One of the other comedians who was on the bill was trying to impress John by taking a load of pictures of the toilet, and turns out they'd actually picked up John Bishop's phone. That was embarrassing for him. But he took a picture with me. He was a nice guy. Let's move away from comedy and go to Jack White. Oh no. Oh, Stephen, you're rude. No, I'm going to go for Danny Jones. Danny from McFly, or McBusted, or the film Just My Luck, starring Lindsay Lohan. He was at the after party for YouTube All Stars vs Sidemen when we lost 7-1, maybe. We were sat at the table and I think I was sat next to Danny. God, the star power at that table, crazy. Max was there as well, so it was all balanced out. Not in terms of we had two people on one side and Max on the other to balance it out. Not cool for suggesting that, guys. Funny guy, like the cut of his jib. Getting very nice. Next up is JME. He was there for EXO versus Sidemen game. You know what, very nice guy. He just is a very nice guy. He's also said my name and I was like, fucking hell, he knows my name. I may have shouted that at the time. I'm not cool. Prince Charles and Camilla. Oh, you met them? Twice, player. Twice. First time they came to my primary school. Don't know what they were doing. Bit odd really, disrupting our education. And the second time I was in Wales on a holiday. Sinking a few bevs with me mum and sister. We were just in some park, I think, in Wales. Don't know where it was. And then there was a massive crowd and they're like, oh, Prince Charles and Camilla are coming at such a time, and it was about in the next half hour, so we just stayed and we're right at the front of the queue, you know, the hardcores. They turned up and considering I pay their wages, I expected more from them, you know, maybe a little cartwheel from Camilla, something like that. So you can join Peter Kay in Wow Underwhelming. Next up, Cafu, who was at the Wembley Cup, dominated. God, he's a real class act. Lovely smile as well. Apparently he's got a big cock. Didn't see it. I was too busy being harassed by a shit comedian. He's very nice, but I didn't really speak to him that much. He was a classic human. He was. Then we've got Danny Ings. He was playing for Liverpool, but I met him after a night out in Manchester. We didn't go on the same night out. Different scene, really. He's more indie clubs. Liverpool had played that day, and I was like, oh, well done on today. He was lovely. I'm going to put him in very nice. Smaller than I thought he'd be. Our final footballer, no offence to Howard Brown, Connor Cody. I met him before he was famous. Yeah, what ofs. And this was at high school. He was 2 years above me. One of the cool kids. He was Liverpool's academy captain and the England under-16s captain. And we used to get the same bus to school. I think one of the days, cool kids at the back were talking to my sister, and then she pointed out I was a brother, and then they were like, oh, him. And then they noticed how fluffy my hair was because it didn't use any products in it. Go for that organic look, you know, that the chicks dig. After that, my nickname became Teddy Bear, and Connie used to walk past me, sometimes tussle my hair. You all right, Teddy? And that put me on cloud 9. He even sat next to me on the bus once, just had a chat with me. So you know what? He's going to go in, oh, you'll do for me, because in the world of school, he was, someone who I thought was the coolest, and he made time for me. Kerry Godliman. I've really not got many women in here, as I said at most of my parties. Or my bedroom for 23 years. I was at the Comedy Store in London. Again, get out of there, Stephen. Go somewhere else. She was one of the acts that were on. It was just another day in the office for her. She mainly moaned about not having any snacks. So organise your meals better. You're going in. Classic human. You're in there with Kathy. Have a chat with him about what to eat, proteins, carbs, yeah? We've got 2 comedians and Howard Brown left. Howard Brown does it all. I wouldn't define him as a comedian. So many strings to his bow. We all know where Howard Brown's going. He was lovely. You know, we filmed the sketch. He had his lines highlighted. Oh, a professional. You get what you pay for and more. Then once we'd finished filming, he was like, oh, do you want to come in the pub for a bit? He's a bit of a local legend there. And yeah, he just shat. He didn't do that. Howard Brown didn't shit himself. Yeah, he just chatted to us for a while, telling us some stories of South Africa and other places he visited. Yeah, he was great. Okay, Ricky Gervais. So he was doing the True Geordie podcast, and we had an EXO shoot just after it. So I was already a little bit, excited because I was in the same room as Adam Boltwood. And I was a big fan of his pegging compilation. Ricky Gervais finished. I was really, really nervous. I was just going to let him walk past me, but Brian said, oh, this is Stephen. He's the future of comedy. I was like, bloody hell, Brian, pressure's on. So I started doing a Chris Eubank impression, and then Brian was like, just stop, mate, stop, it's not even that good. And Ricky was looking around awkwardly. He was nice enough, but he just finished a long podcast, so he's going in classic human. Maybe I'll meet him again one day. Maybe on set, maybe at an awards do. And last up is Jack Whitehall. I met doing a Sky shoot to promote his show. He was arguably a little bit shy, which I wasn't expecting, but I think it was, we were cramped in this car, so maybe it was a little bit like that. But then he warmed up, and he was great to film with. Yeah, he said some lovely things about me, despite the fact that I've used him as a whipping boy for my jokes over the years. So, you know what? Very nice, sure. So there we have it, the list is done. Hope you enjoyed this video. Hope you enjoyed the little insight into the world of celebrity from my perspective. Yeah, I haven't met many women. That is just a general rule of my life, is a lack of females. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. Stay safe, stay humble. Ciao. God, like a thoroughbred horse just wazzing all over the field.